Kentucky should not claim Abraham Lincoln, nor should we want to. Slavery is wrong, but murder and war is worse. Lincoln might have been born here in Kentucky, but he left the first moment he could at 2 years old. And then he went to Illinois, which is today called the land of Lincoln. Lincoln ain't no Kentuckian. He's an Illinoisan. Then he came to Kentucky 40 years later with armies and guns, and he put Kentucky under martial law, creating an incredible bloodbath with Kentucky's sons and daughters. Lincoln's war killed more Americans than every other war in American history combined. Over 600,000 Americans were killed in Lincoln's war. Lincoln left when he was just 2 years old. Charlie Manson has more roots to Kentucky than Abraham Lincoln did. What could have Abraham Lincoln have learned in his first 2 years of life here? Damn Yankee capitalist pig. The best way I know how to think about Kentucky is right after the Civil War, the brother versus brother. America, United States, Kentucky was just an atomic explosion of ideas. It was an occlusion of ideas, and that's why in Kentucky you got the Bible Belt. But within the Bible Belt, where most people around here consider themselves conservative, but we've got a lot of liberal-minded, progressive folks that come out of Kentucky. We got Johnny Depp, Muhammad Ali, Hunter Thompson, Ashley Judd, Justice Brandeis, Diane Sawyer, Larry Flint, and George Clooney. Kentucky is also home to the Tommy gun, the inventor of the Tommy gun, the radio, and the Boy Scouts of America. Diane Sawyer and Harlan Sanders are from Kentucky too. Harlan Sanders, most famous Kentuckian in the world, KFC. Diane Sawyer, one of the most famous journalists. She just left Good Morning America to get a better job. So, we got some talented individuals here in Kentucky, but I just feel like the reason why we get such unique individuals out of this is just because we're just we're just like a cultural creating machine. I don't know if that's really what I want to say, but I think you get the point. I mean, we got a whole range of folks here. In the Gallatin County School Board, the Board of Elections, the Board of Election consists of 5 citizens with 4-year terms. They come together to analyze the school performance and to rehire or fire the current superintendent. Joni Rogers is the chairperson, which I guess is the leader, the main person. It's just that chairperson doesn't have the same ring as president. I think if I was chairperson, I'd call myself president. I mean, a president sounds like you're a somebody. A chairperson just sounds like you're a person who has a chair. And you also have vice chairperson Sonia Giles, Becky Burgett, David Morris, and Anita McFarland. But we don't have a student representative. Owen County has a student representative. His name is Daniel Dahl. How come Gallatin County does not have a student representative? How come Gallatin County is not at the same level of student representation as Owen County? And how can Gallatin County schools consider themselves student-centered when the student body doesn't even have a voice on the most powerful board over their education? And Raymond Spahn can dump all the cologne on him that he wants, it won't matter. I can still smell his stench of corruption. It's weird in a democracy. I mean, we've got constables, magistrates, we've got state representatives, senators, presidents, governors, mayors. We got lots of elected officials. We're just running. We have lots of elected officials. We just don't have that many representatives. Owen County has a population of 10,500. The only place you can get drunk is at the Elk Creek Vineyards. But, which is weird because Owen County is home of the rebels, but it doesn't sound very rebellious to still be a prohibition county. You can't drink alcohol in Owen County. That's not rebellious at all. And in fact, that's just carrying on the 1920s all the way up to the 2000s. So, I mean, if you want some alcohol, just drive on to Gallatin, drive on to Grand County. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're all adults here. You're allowed to drink alcohol. It's keep in your home. Don't drink and drive. You know, don't do just anything crazy. Be responsible. Be safe. But you're allowed to drink. I mean, you're American. You're allowed to do whatever you want to your own body. So, the Owen County Rebels? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Maybe that's what you meant by New Liberty. Like it's Orwellian. Like New Liberty really means slavery. Owen County, you're not living up to your name. Be more rebellious. Legalize alcohol. Owen County, legalize alcohol. Legalize alcohol. Legalize it today, right now. I'm not better than anybody, and nobody is better than me. My mother's Catholic, my father Republican. I've been lied to my whole life. Look, I understand that I'm a political virgin. I just need to get my dick wet. Population in Grant County is 22,500. In Owen County is 10,500. And Gallatin County is 8,000 or 9,000. So we're a little smaller between the three. Owen County and Gallatin County are about equal. And then Grant County is twice the size of Owen County and nearly 3 times the size of Gallatin County. Superintendent of Grant County, Michael J. Hibbett, he writes a daily blog to the community to let them know what's going on at the school and what events there are that they're having. Grant County school system also has a public relations department. Her name is Nancy Howe. Grant County's got a public relations department. Well, it turns out that Grant County is a dry county, except for Corinth, Williamstown, and Dry Ridge. So I guess if you're still in Owen County, you can drive to Williamstown or to Sparta. I guess it depends on where you're at. You have to drive somewhere. I'm sure Owen Countyans get their alcohol if they want it. I mean, Corinth. You're allowed to drink in Corinth. That's the first time that I've thought of Corinth as being a progressive town. But they're in front of Grant County as a whole, and they're in front of Owen County. In Grant County, there's 11% poverty. And in Grant County, they only have 3 magistrates. 3 magistrates, and they got 3 times as big of a county, and they seem to be able to make all of the decisions. They seem to be making some decisions, that we're able to, with only 3 people instead of 4. So that's kind of interesting. War should be a thing of the past. Yeah, I figured that I lost my cell phone, and I figured that whenever someone called, I'd just be able to find it, but nobody's called, so so no one called, and when it came down from the ground, that's when all the people in the town gathered together and they said, "We've had enough. We had enough. You understand? We've had enough." And then Brent Caldwell, I'm coming for you. I'm coming straight for you, buddy. You need to be fired. You should not be on the force. You make the entire Gallatin County Police Department look bad. You make any law enforcement agent look bad. You're part of Warsaw, but you make Gallatin, you make Kentucky State, you make FBI, CIA, you make them all look bad. You're going to break the law and then you're going to enforce it. You're going to get paid from the taxpayer and then you're going to steal from them. You're going to bite the hand that feeds, and you think you're going to get away with it? I don't think so, buddy. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. I can't wait for Santa to get here. Is that a family? Mom? Dad? Brother? Sister? Cousins? Aunts? Uncles? Grandparents? No, it was just total darkness. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.